Alrighty, I am live. I know I made it public. I'm gonna wait for you guys to come on in. Whose world is this? The world is mine. The world is yours. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome, my lovelies. My lips feel so dry. I definitely need to drink more water. I seriously need to drink more water. Hey, only. Happy Friday. Only. That link you sent me, she was on point, and I kind of piggybacked off that energy. So if you are on Patreon, no, I sent those links out. No, you're good. I sent those links out. Hey, KJ. But there's new stuff on Patreon only. There is new stuff on Patreon. So if you are part of the Patreon family, you can jump on over there. There is new material there for you guys to view. I'm just waiting for y'all to come on in. Hey, Nancy, I responded to your email. I forwarded the confirmation email to you. So you have your time frame as well as the dial-in number for Monday. Okay. All right, only. So how you guys doing with this energy? I want to talk about some sci-fi stuff today. I also want to talk about some of the changes in some of the channels and some things that you guys will be seeing unfold. Okay, so the craziness has already started. Okay, in real time. If you are tuned in and tapped in, you really don't need to turn on the news or go to any social media platform to know that things around the world are already unfolding. Okay, so we're getting towards the end of the summer, right? And we already know that at the end of the summer, especially when we're about to go into, hey, Kimberly, especially when we're about to go into the underworld, aka when we're getting ready to go into the winter solstice. Okay. Just know that, and this is not for fear mongering, this is just for you to be able to protect yourself, and a lot of this is protection of yourself energetically. Okay, it's going to be important for you now to be able to man your mind, okay, and make sure that you have a mind body, and I want to say spirit connection. Okay, some of the things that you, hey Jay, some of the things that you guys are going to be seeing unfolding in real time. Hey, Samantha, how are you, sweetie? Some of the things that you're going to be seeing unfold in real time are going to be jaw-dropping. Never would you have thought that in your lifetime you would be able to see or experience anything like this. And this is not only just on a lower vibrational energy or what's going on in the collective across the globe. This is also amongst your spiritual walk, amongst your ascension. Okay. Travel, inspire, create. How are you? See, I don't know if you changed. Oh, okay. All right. She said, hey, it's Jasmine T. Okay, got you. Okay. So I want to say energetically, I have been tired for the past Monday, Tuesday. I've been tired all week, y'all. It got really bad. I want to say maybe Wednesday and yesterday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where I felt I physically wanted to take a nap and I couldn't. I did get it to take a nap yesterday, but energetically, I felt tired. Okay. And I know some of that, oh really? Okay. So Kimberly said she's been sleeping off and on all week long. Okay. Yeah. And some of that is the Lionsgate energy. Hey, Natasha, how are you? Now, if you are a Patreon member, there is a special reading for Lionsgate over there also with dates. Okay. So there's dates on that reading, so you guys can check that out. Let me just say, this energy that we're coming into, especially coming into this new moon energy, is all about self-confidence. This is all about you being able to step into your truth. Okay. What you're going to start to see unfolding around the globe is you're definitely going to see a lot of chaotic energy bouncing all around. You are going to see systems literally crumbling before your eyes. There's going to be a lot of chaos within the governmental structures. So that's not going to get any uh that's not gonna get, yeah, just be prepared for a couple years of that. Okay, so that right there, all of that chaos right there, that's still gonna be popping off for a couple of years. Things are going to get extremely, I want to say, uncomfortable for some people, especially if you're not tapped in, tuned in, and on your spiritual walk. This can be extremely uncomfortable mentally, extremely uncomfortable physically, extremely uncomfortable spiritually, extremely uncomfortable financially. So basically, this is a season of you are going to be getting back what you put out. Yep. Yep. Kimberly said people already spending. You're going to get back what you put out. So this is a season where karma, or what you call karma, is really cause and effect. I also want to implement the law of responsibility here. Okay, so if you own responsibility and take responsibility right away, you have a much better way of riding that wave. However, if you don't own responsibility, you don't take responsibility, what you can find yourself is getting caught up in a spin and finding yourself in situations or maybe in a feeling longer than you need to. All right. So you're going to have to man your L squares. And if you're new to the live or to any of my videos, when I say man your L square, your L squares. When I say man your squares, which is really your L7. So major shout out to Kim Warner for that. When you're manning your square, and a square in astrology is when something is creates an obstacle or say friction. Okay. However, squares are not necessarily negative. Squares are also very positive. Okay, where you can learn from. So this is an experience where you can learn from. Okay. Now. You're going to have to man your squares as we are tapping into this collective energy. Now, there is a formula for that. There is a formula for that. And I will be teaching that in one of my chakra classes, okay? And the formula is simple, all right? If you are on Patreon, you're going to get some of that information also. And that is because if you are not aware of astrology, okay, which is also combined with anatomy and astronomy, okay, you're going to find yourself a little bit disconnected from what's going on with the collective, with the earth and within you. Okay, it's very important. You don't have to become a guru, but you need to have some type of understanding of astrology, anatomy, and astrology. Okay, which is really just showing you the connection with the planets within yourself. Okay, and showing you that you are one. Okay, as the micro and the macro, they are one. You're not separated from any of the energies outside of yourself. Okay, there's constantly a electrical magnetic pull. All right, you see this within your relationships. Okay, some people, let me just explain to you how this even works within relationships. You have some people that keep attracting a certain type of individual, maybe different face. Okay, totally different face. But when you pull in a new person into your experience, you're still experiencing the same type of energetic pattern that you've experienced from 5 relationships back, or maybe even from when you started dating, right? What you don't understand is that there's an energetic pattern that you need to figure out, right? So this is your obstacle, right? Your L7, your square. There's a formula within that square that if you don't take responsibility for, right, you're going to keep producing the same formula that is going to equal the same results, okay? So when I talk about manning your square or your L7, there is literally a formula to that. There's literally a formula to that, okay? And the formula is not only built within sacred geometry, right? But it's also built within astrology. Like you can literally see this shit in your charts if you're paying attention, okay? Now, let me go one further. Now, I taught you guys already that when we're dealing with anything that's coded karma, right? Whether it's karma coming in from a past lifetime or whether it's karma that you have to deal with in a right now experience, right? When you deal with karma, you guys need to understand the terminology, or maybe even I want to say the metaphysical aspect of how karma works, right? On a plane that you can't see, so you can understand and you're not stuck when you're building or manning your L7, which is your square. Okay. Now, karma is simply cause and effect. All right. This is why no one walking this plane of existence does not get their due justice. Right now, if you know how to manipulate the energetic system, right, you can then feed off of people's energy. You can then manipulate other people into giving you their energy, right? Or you can walk in wholeness within the energy. Okay. Right now, the energetic way and the balance that's coming in, I can't say people won't feed, but people are going to be feeding only if you allow them to. Okay. So that's how this is going to work. You know how I talk about all the time? Your emotions are what govern things to manifest in this realm, and whoever controls you emotionally dictates and control how you think, when you feel, when you're going to do something, what time you're going to do it. Okay. So this is not just on a collective as far as, Big Brother is concerned, or as far as, governmental systems and structures concerned, or maybe even as far as running on the rat race is concerned. This is also playing out in your personal lives and your personal relationship. Okay. Let me show you how that works. So say, for example, you're dating somebody and you feel like you're in love with this person, and you guys had a big major argument over bullshit, like really bullshit, right? Like it was really, really bullshit, right? Now, for the whole day, because now you can't speak to him about it. He can't speak to you about it because both of you got to work. So ain't no speaking to each other until the end of the day, right? So you're in your feelings at work. He's in his feelings at work. You can't concentrate. Everybody that approach you get an attitude. He's being stink with the coworkers. Don't want to be, everybody's just snappy, okay? Now, do you see how if you are not in control of your own feelings, right? You're governed, right, by the energetic avenue of which another person's bullshit can affect you. Please understand that. You can't change another person's opinions or another person's viewpoint. That is something that they will have to change themselves, okay? Can you give them information to make a change within self? Yes, you can. This is why you're responsible not just for your own beliefs or your own energy that you put out into the universe. You're also responsible for the energy that you receive. Not just for the energy that you give, but for the energy that you receive. Okay. So as we're moving throughout this energy for the rest of the year, and really for the next, I want to say 5 months or so, right? It's going to be important for you to step up into self-confidence. This is really knowing who you are, flaws and all. Flaws and all. Okay. Flaws and all. All right. You are a carbon copy of man. All right. Your DNA is waking up. That what they call junk DNA is now coming into alignment. Okay. The more time you spend in the sun, the more that your system is coming into alignment. Some of you are already feeling the physical effect of what's going on. Okay. Now, this is playing out physically by some of you experiencing orbs. I think Jasmine and I spoke on the last live about the dark spots. Okay. The dark spots. All right. Some of you are already starting to see the shadow people. Okay. There's so much energy and so much different forms of life that may not be able to appear with the spectrums of light in which we can see things in the human aspect of our eyes. Right. But just know this. There are things that you can't capture with your eyes, but when you take a picture on your camera captures it, right? So there are things that you can't see with your naked eyes, but when you take a picture on the camera, your camera captures it, right? So a while back, I was outside and I was videotaping the moon because I love gazing at the sky, and I pay attention to everything. And if you're paying attention to what's going on, I told you guys already that I felt they were putting up grids in the sky. And why were you putting up grids? And I feel like everything that you have information about, or everything that they put out for you to grab freely, you need to try to find out the opposite end of that. Okay. And the opposite end of that is that there's something going on in the skies. The sun, like if you pay attention to even the way the sun is reflecting, okay, the sun or the color of the sun has changed. Okay. There's some of you that are experiencing sparkles of light or specks of light. Okay. There's some of you that are just experiencing the sense of well-being that you can't explain. Okay. Yeah. Kimberly said hers has a silver color to it. Yeah. And this can be all different colors. Okay. Now, what I want you guys to understand, okay, what I want you guys to understand within that spark of light or within that speck of light that you're seeing lies so much intelligent information that your mind on a human level may not even be able to grasp in in one sitting or one pondering. Like you may have to go through or ponder the information that the speck of light have just downloaded within your consciousness. Okay. Okay, so Chris is saying he captured a spiritual figure in a picture staring at him. So I want you guys to understand this. We are now fully in activation mode. Okay, so and now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense. A lot of you, especially those of you that sun gaze, you're going to start to see that what's happening with your visions. Okay, you're now able to see different light spectrums that you may not have been able to see a year or two ago. Okay, hey Liz, how are you? You may be able now to see different light spectrums that you may not have been able to see 2 years ago. Okay, hey Ryan, how are you, sweetie? All right, so I want you guys not to get afraid of some of the gifts that you will find coming into activation, or that you already have come into activation. Okay, I talked about the spider web feeling the last live that I did, and I explained to you guys within this when you have a different being or a different type of energy that is in your energetic field, right? What you can feel is like this spider web sensation, like you're walking through a spider web. Sometimes I'm just sitting here at the desk, okay, and then I just bend over to look at a card, and immediately I feel like my face just went into a web of spiders, okay. Or I go to exit the room or walk down the steps, and like I just came up the steps, there was no now I feel like I walked into a spider web. Always like a gentle touch where the hairs on my my arm stand up. Okay, so I want you guys to understand, some of you are having full-fledged encounters and experiences with living, breathing beings and entities that may not be able to manifest in a dense body like we dwell in on this realm. Okay, now there's something about psychokinesis that you guys need to be mindful of. So if you don't know what that is, you can definitely go up and research that on the backhand side. Okay. And maybe on Patreon, I'm going to talk a little bit about psychokinesis. Okay. So there's definitely something that you guys need to become aware about. Okay. When it comes to psychokinesis. Now I want to say this. Okay. Oh, you did fine. Okay, Chris said he felt someone watching him in the moment, and you can feel. See, this is the thing: when you become energetically in tune and you become energetically tapped into other frequencies that dwell around you, you can literally feel the presence of the energy. You can feel the temperature in the room change, or you can feel the temperature next to you change. Okay, so be able to embrace all of your gifts in the season. There is definitely divine protection that's here. All right, there's divine protection that's here. There's a message that came through from the ancestors. There's a message that came through from the ancestors, and I did that reading. Okay, you can find that on Patreon. And the bottom line of what they were asking you guys to do really is to take responsibility in this season. You need to take responsibility of yourself in this season. This is not a season to look externally. Okay. I even talked about the ninth gate too. Okay. And just really quickly, and I'm not going to go into the whole message, but what you need to understand is, as the ninth gate, and I'm telling you guys, my channel that I got when the channel came in, that ninth gate energy it is going to be solidified by the 19th of this month. So when we come into that new moon in Leo, okay, there is stuff happening within that energy. So that new moon in Leo is going to, you can think of it as an initiation or maybe even a graduation for some people. Okay. So it's going to be like an initiation or graduation for some people, and you're going to feel it on different levels, just depending on where you are within your walk. Okay. So be mindful of that. Now, I talked about Indonesia a few lives ago. I don't know if you guys remember when I was forecasting some of the things that was going to go on. And I do want to say a lot of these places that I forecasted, if you were checking in on what's going on, they have popped up and the forecasts have come through. I spoke about Indonesia, I want to say a couple of lives back. Okay. I don't even know if it was on a live or in a class. I don't know, but I did, it's documented. Okay. When I spoke about Indonesia or maybe even that coastline, okay, something along that coastline, where Indonesia, dwells. Okay. I want to say, okay, something popped up in my stream yesterday about Indonesia and something going on in nature. I also told you guys to keep in mind the UK. You want to pay attention to the energy coming out of the UK. Okay, this is important, guys. All right, there's a lot of time. Okay, all right. Samantha Smith, that there was volcanic eruptions. Okay, so let me just explain to you guys something right now. All right, what is going to save you right now from what's going on just energetically in the world, because this is all about energy harvesting and fear mongering. Okay, and it's not to say that you do not need to take certain precautions and you do not need to do certain things, because you do. Okay, what I want you guys to know, and we're going to do a because it's paid forward Fridays. So I am going to do a collective poll on just globally what's going on, right? What you guys need to understand is the way that you're going to be able to survive a lot of this energy that's popping off is for you to be certain about who you are, for you to be very, very certain within yourself about what you believe in and what you don't believe in, where you want to go with your spiritual walk and where you don't want to go. Okay, now if you were stuck on too much not believing in anything, right, or too much believing in one thing, okay, understand this: you are going to get caught up in the wave. The one thing that you need to believe in as we are moving and shifting through this energy is the power that dwells within you, not within anyone or anything external of self. Okay, you are a living, breathing, electrical, magnetic being. Okay, you are a living, breathing, electrical, magnetic being. Okay, there's constantly energy pulsating in and out of you. You are a living, breathing, energetic being. When we talk about the symbol 666, okay, which is supposed to be an evil symbol, and I'm gonna get into this on Patreon, okay, which is supposed to be an evil symbol, that is a symbol of man. 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, and 6 protons. Please understand the symbology of what's happening right now. Your electrons, your neutrons, and your protons, they're all changing magnetically. We are all changing. Okay, there is more radiation coming in into our earthly field, where it's no longer blocked, which means that there's more direct information coming in. Yep, carbon. That, thank you. 666 is the number of carbon. So please understand that. Okay. Now, I want to say this. Okay. I want to say this. All right. If you are not in a place where you understand the makeup of who you are, where you understand exactly the power that you have within, right, you're going to get caught up in all this chaos magic that's going on. Because real talk, this is exactly what's unfolding right now. It's a whole bunch of chaos magic. Okay. Call it what you want. Okay. Some of you, now let me just go here. I'm gonna go here. So you might get mad with me and some people may jump off, but I'm about to go here. We're about to go here, because if we don't tell the truth, you're going to constantly get stuck into belief systems that no longer serves you in this age that we're in. First, I'm going to give this a disclaimer. All right. I want to give this disclaimer. All right. What I'm about to say, and really what I do on this channel, is all intuitive. Okay. So I confirm This is more about confirmation, because truth is not going to go against itself, right? So, which means if I'm saying something and it resonates as truth, it's already because it was resonated and vibrated as truth within you. So, I'm just validating stuff, okay? So, truth is not going to go against itself. So, if you are still stuck in any one religious system or one religious belief, and you don't understand that they're all allegories to show you where you are as far as age and time is concerned, all right, especially within the matrix of consciousness, you're going to get fucked up. You're going to get fucked up. All right. We are trained and we are learned through three ways: symbology, which you see constantly all day, every day. You see symbology in your commercials. You see symbologies in your churches. You see symbology within the clothes that you wear. You see symbology within the governmental system in order. Matter of fact, religious symbology and symbology from the governmental aspect of things is heavily encoded with your shit. It is heavily encoded with things to make you, bind you, or trap you, okay, if you are not aware of what the symbology is. I talked to you guys before about sacred geometry. Okay, you really need to get up on some sacred geometry. You need to understand that sound, vibration, and the spaces that contain sound and vibration is all created by you. Okay, you creating all this shit. Okay, and so you need to understand that. Please understand that. So we are programmed through symbology, which you see all day. Okay, trauma. Right? Turn on the fucking TV. Tell me if you're not being traumatized by the shit that's unfolding daily all over across the world. Okay, how you get people to fall in line? Fear or love. They're only two dominant vibrations in which we are vibrating on right now. That's fear and that's love. Lower vibrational frequency versus higher vibrational frequency. And I want to tell you guys this right now. Don't get caught up in labels. You see, because when you get caught up in labels is when you get stuck. Okay, this is not for you to get caught up in labels. This is for you to understand energetic patterns, understand how they come in, master them so you can rise above them. So do not get caught up in labels. Okay, so if you're still caught up in the Jesus label, if you're still caught up in the Buddha label, if you're still caught up in the Allah label, you are going to miss the point. They're all signature patterns, okay, from different time zones and different ages. Please understand that. Okay. All right. Understand that. Because the same thing that Buddha was talking about, guess what Jesus was talking about too. All right. And all of them doctrines that, let me explain something to you. Even when you go into the Bible, which is a book of astrology and anatomy and a book of spells. Okay. Now, some people, this is me, like, okay. So if you're super religious, this may be the time for you to jump off, because I'm about to go in. I'm about to give y'all some information that can help free the way that you think so you're not bound, okay? So you're taught through symbols, you're taught to trauma, and you can turn on the TV and there's trauma all over, okay? And you're also taught through repetition. And this is why I constantly repeat myself, all right? I constantly repeat myself. The war is going on against your consciousness, and they put this in the movies all the time for you to be able to see, because they got to tell you the truth. Right? Even in the same book that, even in the Bible, it tells you what, right? I have hidden the truth for you, not from you. So you need to know the truth, right? Those who have ear will hear. Those who have an eye, they will see, right? This what's going on right now is what's unfolding right now, right? This is really for your greater evolvement of tapping in and coming into who you truly are. But if you don't know that, you're going to get caught up in the spin, okay? You're going to get caught up in the spin. All right. You are not anything outside of yourself. And if you continuously look outside of yourself for something better, for something bigger, for someone to fix it, for God to come out the sky, for the return of Jesus Christ, if you are looking outside of the outside of yourself for the return of anyone, you are fucked. Okay. You are fucked. Even if we want to operate on the concept, right, and the mythology of Jesus, because Jesus is really a mythology, right? Just like Osiris and Isis, okay? All of those are mythologies playing out with systems within yourself, all right? Now, and let me just tell you something right now. The Osiris, the Horus, and the Isis energy is all locked up into sacred geometry. Okay. The Brahma, the Vishnu, and the Shiva energy is all locked up into sacred geometry. Please understand this. All right. This is why you need to understand symbolism, because when you understand symbolism, hey, deep calling unto deep, how are you, my love? Um, when you understand symbolism, you understand the place that you play. So let's take the archetype of Jesus, right? Because I grew up in church, so I could go there. Let's go there. Let's take the archetype of Jesus, right? Now, even if you take the archetype of Jesus, right, and let's use Jesus and let's use Buddha, right? Let's use Jesus and let's use Buddha, because Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within you, right? And Buddha also lets you know that nirvana is within you. So everything still points back to where within you, right? So you are that spark. You are that dot within the middle that everything then projects outwardly from, right? So remember this, Jesus had to die, right? Jesus had to die, and then he was dead for 3 days, and then he rose. Okay. Now, there is a sacred geometrical symbol that has 3 sides. Okay. And within that size, we're talking about the triangle. So within that triangle, there is a sacred geometrical formula of creation. Okay. Even when we start to link in the number 3 and the sacred geometry, which holds, unlocks in the code of the number 3. So Jesus had to die for 3 days. Right. And then he rose again. So he had to go from Jesus state to Christ state. What is the Jesus state, right? Let's talk about that. When you're in Jesus state, you're still tempted. When you're in Jesus state, you're still dealing with the Judases. When you're in Jesus state, you're still dealing with your emotions. You haven't mastered your emotions completely yet. When you're in Jesus state, you're still trying to figure out who you truly are, right? But for you to ascend and get to your Christ state, right? Jesus, right? Or your Jesus thinking, or your limited thinking, or the thinking within you that knows that there's more, still has to die to self. Listen, there is no life before death. Ain't shit being birthed before something dies. Okay. And you can find this, throughout the fabric of life. All right. Before you get a fucking apple, let's say this is an apple seed. Okay. Before you get apples from an apple seed, hey, Nana, I haven't seen you in such a long time, my love. Before you get apples from an apple seed, this apple seed got to die. You got to put this shit in the ground. Okay. You got to put this shit in the ground. You got to cover this shit with dirt. You got to water this shit. It's cold. It's lonely. Okay. And then even fuck putting that shit in the dirt, right? Because now the apple seed is in the dirt, but the apple that dwells in the encasing of the seed still got to break free from this seed. This apple still got to fucking break free from the seed. So the dirt represents the world, right? The heaviness, the chaotic shit that's still fucking going on around you. Okay. You got to die to that shit. You got to go in the ground, right? And then even when you in the chaotic shit, the 9 to 5, the relationships, the being misunderstood, right? Within all of that, locked up in this apple seed are thousands of apples that can't come out unless you force yourself out of the fucking shell and ground yourself in the root, ground yourself in dirt, ground yourself in what we would call chaos, right? Because out of chaos comes beauty. You can create beauty out of chaos if you have focused intention, right? You can create apples out of one seed if you have focused intention, right? Now let's think about this, right? Do y'all think trees complain when they lose their leaves come fall time? You see, because you have to understand the mysticism behind how we get caught up and we get trapped. And I really need y'all to understand this. The next 5 months is going to be about you mastering your thought process and mastering your emotions, because the spin has already started to happen. I'm telling y'all right now. Okay. I told you guys, come September, it's going to get cranked. They're going to crank it. So anything that your spirit is leading you to do, anything that your spirit is leading you to get, this is going to be the time to do so. Okay. It's going to get cranked. All right. The rule of the game right now is 2 fucking vibrations that's ruling right now. It's fear and it's love. Okay. And it's an even playing field for both of them. Okay, and even play field for both of them. So you either gonna believe in the devil and believe in the angels, or you're gonna believe in devils and angels and understand that you control both fucking devils and angels. Understand that, okay? You need to understand that. Understand that if you feel like they are demons, you still have control over demons. So you're gonna have to operate in your power. Okay. So let me even take it back to the great book that some of you grew up on, like me, right? Okay. So even if you're going back to religious aspect of things, right? Didn't it tell you in the Bible that they give you permission to put your foot and take dominion over shit? Right. So how are you taking dominion? The only way for you to take dominion in the energy that we're in right now is by you mastering yourself, by you being able to control how you feel, control your thoughts. All right. Speak that as if it is. All right. That's how you're going to be controlling things in this atmosphere. I don't know if I don't know if Samantha is on here. Not Samantha Smith, my other Sam. I don't know if Sam is on here. Sam, if you're on here, okay, she's not. Okay, all right. Because I didn't get my package, Sam, and I wanted her to know that. That just popped in my head. But I want you guys to understand that you will have to man your L7. Your obstacles are not supposed to keep you stuck. You're supposed to learn from the shit that you've been through. And if you're not learning from the shit you've been through, you're going to be kind of stuck. By now, you should be able to master some shit. You should have some energetic patterns down pat by now. Like, seriously, okay? You should be able to see if you've been experiencing narcissist type behavior for a while and you feel like you keep attracting narcissists, you should be an expert, okay, at being able to detect narcissist behavior, not just in other people, but you might want to check yourself too to see what you got going on and how you operating, right? So self-preservation right now means self-love and self-check of self, okay, which means that you're going to have to come to terms with some things that you may need to change about yourself. It is not going to be okay for you to constantly point the finger as we're moving through this energy. That season is over. You're not going to be able to constantly point the finger no more. That's not, I'm telling y'all right now, it's okay. I'm telling y'all right now, okay. There's already an us against them type energy out there, okay. So y'all need to be mindful because that's not gonna get any better, all right. You are the and let me just say this too. I want to say this too, okay. And I'm gonna go into this on a different video, but let me just say this, right? Even when you're dealing with symbology and you understand that 666, thank you, deep within deep. I appreciate you, my love. Even when you go into the symbology of 6 carbons, 6 neutrons, and 6 6 protons, 6 carbons, 6 neutrons, and 6 protons, right? Makes up man. It's 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, and 6 protons make up carbon, which is man, right? So I told you guys, hey, Miss T, I told you guys to go check out Altered Carbon. I told you guys to go check out Altered Carbon because Altered Carbon is really explaining to you how they're going to snatch your consciousness, right? We talked about that, right? The way that that's being done right now is fear and love. What are you vibrating on? Are you fearing what's going on in the collective right now? Or are you operating from a sense of love and gratitude? Okay. You can't, your pulse right now should be standing in love and it should be standing in gratitude. Okay. Now, let me just also say something because the point I wanted to make about the 6 neutrons, the 6 protons, and the 6 electrons is that when you flip 6 over, you get a 9. Okay. The number 9 represents completion. Understand here, what zodiac sign has a 6 and a 9? Okay. Which one of the zodiac signs have a 6 and a 9? Isn't that Pisces? Isn't that Pisces energy? I think it's Pisces, right? And Pisces is all about understanding. Okay. It's not Gemini. Yeah, I believe it's Pisces. The 2 fishes, and then sometimes they represent as a 6 and a 9. It's Cancer. Okay, it's Cancer. Okay. Okay. So why am I seeing Pisces? All right. Okay. 69 is Cancer. Okay. All right. So with the 6 and the 9, considered yin and yang, which would make sense. Okay. Water sign, it would make sense. Okay. And Cancer rules that heart chakra energy. So we're still talking about magnetic energy. Okay. We're still talking about pulsar magnetic energy, which you're pulling in. Okay. So you have the inverted 6, which is a 9, and you have the inverted 9, which is a 6. Okay. Yep. Love and gratitude. That's the vibration that we're on right now. Understand that that is a pulse that's going on right now. That inverted 6 and that inverted 9, okay, which gives you 69. That within itself, and I'm going to do a separate video on that to show you how that energy flows. That's the yin and the yang. Okay, Pisces does have the symbol of the two fish. Yeah, I don't know why. Because I'm really thinking Pisces, y'all. But we're gonna circle back on that. I'm gonna have to ask why Pisces, because I'm Janelle, the two fish. Okay. Pisces does have the two fish symbol, and the two fish symbols are swimming opposite to them, right? Because I'm seeing Pisces. But it's not far off to Pisces, and Cancer is still water energy. Water is a dominant way that things are moved within. Okay, so let me just tell you something. Okay. Thank you, Janelle. Let me just tell you something, okay? I also want you guys to take into consideration, right? The Holy Trinity. All right, and the Holy Trinity is simple, okay? If even if you're going into the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, right? We're still talking about consciousness, we're still talking about space, and we're still talking about time. That's really the Holy Trinity when you break it on down, okay? Check out Sacred Geometric Symbols for those of you that are on Patreon, okay? I started to break down that whole symbol. So you guys can hop on over there after this live, and you can get the breakdown of the triangle, okay? And the many aspects of how you can convert that energy and apply that to your right now moment, all right? All right. Is that, okay, Kimberly, what sign is that for? Is that Pisces or is that Cancer? I don't know why. I think that's what sign, what symbol is that? And y'all know, like, y'all have to excuse me. I got brain fog. That's Pisces. Okay. All right. Okay. I can kind of see. I can kind of see that. But I was seeing two fishes. I was seeing two fishes, y'all. Which made me think of Pisces. Okay. I also want to let you guys know, I know that in mainstream astrology, they're telling us that we are not in the Aquarian age. And Spirit has already telling me that we are in the Aquarian age. Okay. We are in the Aquarian age. The energy that we're tapping into is already Aquarian energy. Okay. Now, I really want you guys to also know that it's important for you to understand yourself in this, because all of the information that comes through is not always from higher vibrational entities, okay? So you want to be mindful that you're grounded, okay? Your higher self is not going to bring in any negative or bring in anything to tell you to harm yourself or to harm other people, okay? It's always going to bring in an aspect of something higher, or a different way that you can get out or heal a situation where both parties, well, let's just put it this way, so you don't have to wish ill will towards anyone. However, let me put this sidebar and this notation to that, okay? That does not mean that you are punk in the spirit. What I have resorted to do right now is I am no longer going back and forth with anybody verbally unless I feel led to. Certain people I have handed them over to my spiritual warriors. And I'm telling you right now, when you hand things over to your spiritual warriors and you ask for the just things to be done, I don't have no control over how shit is going to pop off. The only thing I can say is now I stand in the place of mercy, because the shit that I could probably do to you as a human is nothing compared to the shit that my spiritual team can do to you at any given moment, at any given day. Okay. So you guys need to understand that's the type of power that you're also rocking with. Some of you have people that you literally have to hand off to your spiritual warriors to take care of. Okay, like you literally have to hand them off, because some of this shit you can't fight with these people on the physical realm. You got to have your warriors to go out. Okay, now let me just say this. Okay, be mindful of how you move towards people that are awoke, or people that are just really minding their business and just trying to do them and tap in the spirit. Okay. If you are out here trying to manipulate anyone's energy to get them to do something, yep, Yep. Especially if you're unconscious. Okay. If you are out here trying to manipulate someone to do something, let me tell you how this is playing out, right? Because y'all need to understand that we are constantly in an illusion, or you are constantly creating your own reality. Okay. And I'm talking down to the basic, simple shit. So let me show you how this is playing out, right? And this is for if I have anyone, on the younger generation viewing this, right? If you out here thirst trapping, and I think that's the thing, it's called thirst trapping. Okay. If you out here thirst trapping, okay, or you out here with the thottery, okay, thirst trapping, okay. Ow, I got it right. Okay. If you out here thirst trapping, okay, whether it's from the male aspect or the female aspect, you out here in some incubus and succubus type energy, and you're manipulating people's energy based on your sexuality, and you are not honestly being genuine, please understand that you too will get karma back. So you are going to have to eat everything that you put out. Okay. So if you're out here thirst trapping and you're just getting people for their money and you're just using people and trying to take advantage of people, know that the universe does not do blind justice. Okay. And people are also in a situation now with things that you care about most or what's being taken away. Listen to me out. Okay. Okay. If you were out here on some fuckery, hey, Mona Wyatt, how are you? Hey, Ocean Lover, how are you, my love? Okay. Yes, you will be dealt with. If you were out here on some fuckery, I am here to tell you guys, please listen to me. If you are trying to manipulate anybody to do something or to get something, and you are not operating with a pure heart, okay, you will get dealt with in accordance. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You will get dealt with in accordance. So if someone don't want you producing a baby to try to keep someone, don't make them want you more. Okay. All right. If someone don't want to give you a promotion, maybe you're supposed to start looking outside of that particular establishment so you can get promoted. Okay. So understand that. Please understand that. This is not about you. This is not about you stepping on someone to come up. This is really about you mastering your thought process, your perception, right? Mastering your sound, your throat chakra, right? Mastering your heart chakra, which governs and balances all of those things, right? If you're not trying to master your chakras right now, but you're trying to trap a person financially, sexually, emotionally, doing all types of fuckery and dumb shit, you're going to get caught up in this wave, because we are definitely in the midst of heavy chaos magic. Okay. Heavy chaos magic. All right. Now, I know Nana made a donation, which is going to give two people a question. So Nana got a question if she have one. And then if somebody else has a question, I will take the first person that puts their name in for a question. So it's actually one question. And then if Nana does not have a question, I will answer a second question. And let me just tell y'all right now, don't ask a question like, when am I going to get money? When is my love coming? That's all like superficial shit. Like, I got to be, okay, thank you. Okay, so I got two questions. Nana made a donation, so they has room for two questions, right? Like, if you want to know when your man coming back and and all of that shit, I got to be honest with you, that just lets me know that you're not doing enough work, because that should not really be what's on your mind right now. I got to be honest. Even when they're coming at you verbally, you can hear the cracks and insecurity in their voice. Yeah, Kimberly, you're right. Come on, those days are over. You're not doing more. Oh, yep, nope, I'm not doing, no. Because if you want to get into your love life, you got to schedule a personal reading if you want to get fine-tuned. But seriously, you should be on some deeper shit right now. You really should. If you're not in a relationship, I will take the next 5 months to really seriously think about yourself. Focus on self-love. If you are in a relationship, right, this will be the time for you guys to come together and maybe solidify some things. Okay. So know that. I'm taking 2 questions. We had a donation, so I have 2 questions available. All right. Do not ask me in these questions, when are you going to find love? I'm just telling you right now. Okay. Because the answer to that question is going to be when you're ready. I'm just telling you right now. right? So don't ask me that question. Come seriously. All right, come seriously. All right, so why we have two people that types their question in, and I'm going to take the first two questions. I want to give you guys some dates. And some of these dates you probably already have circled if you've been on any of my lives where I've been given dates. Okay. So we're talking about September. Well, first of all, let's go to August. So August 19th, 2020 is going to be an important one. So you want to go ahead and you want to circle that on the calendar. And I do know that that is definitely the new moon coming in Leo. Okay. You also are going to have September 19th and September 21st, or maybe September 19th to the 21st of 2020. Okay. November 2nd to about November 6th. Maybe. Okay. So let's do November 2nd to November 10th. Okay. Major activity. Expect a lot of fuckery to be going on, especially in social media and especially in governmental structures and systems. Okay. When it comes now, I also want to say if you are on Patreon, you get other dates and probably with a little bit more details, right? But really, I want to say the whole month of November, you just need to be mindful of how you move because there's going to be a lot of things happening. Okay. When we start transitioning into the winter solstice energy, okay, you need to be mindful of December 21st, maybe until about December 25th, and then from December 26th to the 29th of 2020, okay? Coming into 2021, you need to pay attention to January 12th, 2021, January 21st, 2021. We're looking at also February 12th of 2021. Then we're going to jump forward to June 21, 2021. So that's 6/21/2021. You're also going to jump now to October 21st, 2021. Okay. All right. Now, between now and then, you are going to see a lot of major changes just globally as far as maybe even I don't know why I'm hearing continental drifts. Okay. So what I'm hearing is pay attention to what nature is doing between now and October of next year. Okay. You're going to find, guys, that they're all going to be, I want to say ancient cities being located. And I know I said that, I made that prediction, I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago. It wasn't on a live, it was in a private class. And I think shortly after that, something in the Philippines was found, like an ancient city of 300 years ago was found in the Philippines. There are going to be more cities, more ancient cities that is going to be located. All right. So as the earth kind of rebalances and realigns her chakras, okay, that's going to mean some pulling back of water, some pulling back of nature, some pulling. There's going to be like an ebb and flow in the magnetic field, which means that things that once was, okay, that once was lost is now going to come to the forefront, and things that once, stood is going to fall. It's going to fall. Okay, so we're talking about, and really, if you just look up what's starting to unfold globally, you're going to start to see all of this unfolding, not just here in America with some of the storms that we've been having, but you can see this unfolding globally. The earth within her energy is really also balancing her chakras and coming into her higher self, just like we're coming into our higher self. Okay, there is going to be and I'm documenting this because I do hear tsunami. Okay, there's going to be some type of tsunami. Oh shit. Mm. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm hearing Cayman Islands, okay, or whatever strip along those type of islands. I don't know. They're very clear with the Cayman Islands too. Okay. Um, and it's kind of like as the water pulls back or the water recedes, okay. There's also going to be some type of discovery like around or along that path of island. All right. I do have to say, however, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. Uh, yeah. And obviously when you have a tsunami, like I'm just um I just want to say this, okay? The earth is changing. So if you think about a dog, and when a dog has fleas, how it's scratching stuff off. If you, even when you think about yourself and you needing to come into balance and you needing to get rid of things and you needing to realign yourself, there's certain things that you got to shake off, that you got to get rid of, right? So as the earth is getting rid of energy, or vampires of energy, okay, you can call this big conglomerate factories that's been producing toxins. Like, this is playing off in so many different levels. This is maybe causing natural disasters, really, so alignment can come back into the ecosystem. Okay, literally earth is or detoxifying her fucking ecosystem. Okay, I really want to say this. All right, she is literally like detoxifying the ecosystem. Okay, this is why some of you are going to find that your diet is changing. Some of you are going to find that you don't even need to eat at all. You just find yourself drinking a lot of fluids. Okay, you're not going to have the need or the taste for food, and if you do, it's going to be very light, not a lot of food. Okay, so something is happening along the Cayman Islands. Coast, I don't know what type of islands run there, but I'm hearing Cayman Islands. Okay, so you guys need to know that there's also going to be extreme weather. Okay, I'm talking about extreme weather. Pay attention to the clouds. Also, for those of you that like to sun gaze, stargaze, and you're always paying attention to the clouds, you want to pay attention to the clouds, because the clouds are going to come in differently. Pay attention to the colors of the color patterns or the color schemes that are happening on sunrise and sunsets. Okay, that is also letting you know that there's a lot more. I want to say uh I'm gonna call it downloads and uploads coming in, because the radiation is more direct as it hits the earth. So this is why a lot of you are feeling the activation, and you're literally feeling the DNA, and you're literally feeling the tingles and the bubbles within your body. Like, you're feeling the fucking change. I can't really put it into words. It's something that you are feeling and experiencing for yourself. Okay. So you have to be in a place right now where you're more in tune with nature, where you're more in tune with just the whispers that are coming in. All right, with just the whispers, because the whisper can literally save people's lives right now. Right, the whisper can simply be like, don't take this flight today, take the flight 2 days later. Right, and the flight that you didn't take today either get delayed or stuck, or everybody got canceled, and or the flight can go down. So I'm talking about the little whispers of the things that are happening within and externally. You got to find the connection, the allegories within things, because this is where your lives are being saved right now. Okay, now I want to say, let me tell you guys this. Okay, I cannot stress enough why it is important for you within this summer months to get as much sunlight as you possibly can. Okay, sunlight, 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 sunlight. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, sunlight. Okay, what is happening right now, and I explained to you already that the planet or the star Beetle guys, um okay, you guys can't see me. Okay, I don't know, Tanya. I don't know how can you guys see me? And can you guys see me? Because I'm not buffering in this end. Okay, Jasmine. Yeah. Okay, you can see me. Okay, Jasmine, send me those pictures of the clouds. Okay. In sidebar, let me just tell y'all something. There's something going on with the clouds. Okay. And I want to just put out there. I swear, this like yesterday, last night there was a storm here in Georgia, and I heard thunder and I saw lightning, but it didn't sound like normal thunder. It didn't. It felt like a war that was going on behind these big clouds. Okay. And some of these clouds look like moving ships. They don't even fucking look like normal clouds. Okay. All right. Some of these clouds look like ships moving in the sky. Okay. So let me also explain something to you guys. Okay. Within our lifetime, and you guys really need to grasp this. Okay. And I say this because they're fucking telling you this shit all over television in their movies. Okay. Within our lifetime, thank you, Ryan. Within our lifetime, you need to understand that there is going to be some type of connection with what you consider to be extra terrestrial or energy beings or entities that are not from this dimension in this realm. Okay, and let me just say this. Okay, I want to say this to you right now. It's been happening. The only thing that you will find out in our lifetime is that it was happening and they just didn't say anything. So please be aware of that. Okay. I think I don't know. I think it was Jasmine that was kind enough to send to send out information just to let us know of some of the things that were revealed and released from the CIA. So please understand the governmental structures, they are also tapping into your spirituality. They are also tapped into this ascension process that is happening. Okay. So be mindful of that. Okay. Be mindful of that. Okay. Thank you, Jasmine. Got him. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. Okay. So please understand that there is nothing that we are talking about right now that is not already known and that has not been known. Okay. What you consider to be dark matter or what they consider to be dark matter is that void. Okay. That's that void within. All right. Now, let me explain something to you, even from the science that they put out there for you to be able to, validate or verify things from. Right. Now, if you study anything about quantum physics or quantum entanglement or anything quantum, right, you will begin to understand that anything quantum, okay, when you're dealing with anything quantum, you're dealing with limitless possibilities, okay? And when you start to deal with limitless possibilities, you then have to start to ask yourself, okay, well, if I'm dealing with limitless possibilities, how do I get the possibility that I want to experience to unfold, okay? When you think about it like that. And that is because there's formulas to that. There's formulas to that. Now, of course, we're not taught these formulas because the whole purpose has been to dumb us down and to keep us dumbed down. So we're not taught all of these formulas, right? But there's formulas, literally fucking sacred geometric formulas that you can tap into and begin to create and pull things. And let me just add this: you operate within these formulas all day, every day. You just don't even know that that's what you're doing, right? So then you're creating things in the reverse instead of creating things to work for you and not against you, right? So please know that. Oh, Miss T, I'm telling you right now that yeah, and some of them just look like they take a little sticker, Miss T, and just kind of paste it there. It don't even look natural, right? Beautiful, however it may be, it does not even look natural. Okay, Liz said it was 333. Look at that. I received it down when Saturn woke up. I caught see, yep, uh-huh. And pay attention to the moon. If you try to capture the moon at nighttime, okay, you will be amazed to see what's going on with the moon. If you try to capture the sun, okay, if you try to capture the sun with your camera during the daytime, you'll be surprised to see what you capture. Okay. I keep telling y'all, sometimes everything that's gold ain't gold. Sometimes it's just fucking gold glitter. Okay. Let's see. Ryan, do you have a question, sweetie? If you have a question, you can ask. I think I saw somebody else. Deep calling onto deep, my love. If you have a question, you are free to ask that question. Also, I appreciate and thank each and every one of you for the love. Ocean Lover said, "Oh my God, I had a dream about oh my gosh, continental drift some years ago. Things around the globe are not got really chaotic, and then the Earth became so." You know what I've been noticing that they have on Netflix now, guys? They have the movie 2012 on Netflix. They got the movie 2012 on Netflix. If you want to kind of pay attention to as to how the earth is realigning her chakras, you can check out 2012, okay, on Netflix. I don't know if they pulled it off. It was there a couple of weeks ago. Very interesting content. Very interesting content. Now, whether or not you think the moon is a satellite, or you think the moon is a planet, or you think the moon is a hollow whatever, You need to also know that the moon governs the magnetic pole on this realm. So even if it's artificial or not, right? You got to take into account the role in which it plays and how the energy is used here. Okay. It is an energy that governs not just the water fluctuation here on earth, but also your emotions. Okay. Now you are at least 70% water. I'm going to say this a lot. Again, you are 70% water. This is why it is important for you not just to know and not just to know your zodiac sign, but for you to be understanding that you have to master all 12 aspects of self, right? Because if the moon governs emotions, right? And all aspects of the zodiac signs are fueled by different archetypes, which falls within different structures of emotional, or within the emotional body. Then a person can become manipulated, or their emotional body can become manipulated if they're not on guard within those energy portals or those gateways. Does anybody remember Stargate? Does anybody remember that show Stargate? Okay, so Ryan said, it's time for me to move into a new city, but I'm having a hard time figuring out where and when. Okay, so Ryan, part of that is because right now, the energy in which we're in, right, it's not, I would say it's more of a, I don't want to use hermit, but it's more of a cocoon. So delay does not mean denial, okay? Delay does not mean denial. All right, so let's just pull some cards for you. So Nana, Kimberly, and Liz, if you remember in Stargate, they had to go to these different portals, and each portal or each Stargate, each portal would take them to a different, portal within the universe, right? So you have to think of the Stargate as the portals to your chakras. All right, so your chakra systems are actually Stargates; they're portals. And these portals are connected to the planetary energy that in which they're ruled by. Okay. Okay. So let's go with Ryan. What is your message for Ryan in her move? What is the message for Ryan in her move? What is the message for Ryan in her move? What is the message for Ryan in her move? What is the message for Ryan in her move? What is the message for? Ooh. Okay. All right, Ryan. They definitely jumped out a whole bunch of cards. So we're going to say what this says. Okay. You got firm foundation. Firm foundation. Okay. You got spiritual and material prosperity popping up. You have temptation popping up. And I kind of feel like that's feeling the need to do something, but feel like you can't move right now. You do have patience and planning. All right. You do have sacrifice and harmony popping up also. So let me just translate this message for you. Okay. And then the last one that had dropped out was passion ignited. Okay. Now, let me just tell you right now, Ryan, energetically where we are, you're not, and I was speaking to a couple of people earlier in the week where they had the same exact feeling, like they were ready to take action. They were ready to move, but not quite sure how to do it or when to do it. Okay. This energy that we're moving in right now is really about one that's asked you to go within. And even though you don't know how to move, just sit in a place of gratitude. Firm foundation is coming. And I don't know, Ryan, I think we talked behind the scenes that I know a move is coming for you. So I can tell you a move is coming for you, right? I can tell you a move is coming for you. What I will say is that you may have to create this move internally first. Okay. I want to be honest. It more feels like end of the year, new year energy, or maybe even after election is what I'm getting, right? So definitely after election, which is what, like mid-November, okay? Mid-November energy, all right? There is going to have to be a space where you are not tempted, I want to say, to move without that. Oh, okay, boom. Okay. Ryan, this is exactly what I heard. Okay. There's going to be a release. All right. And be aware of the temptation to move without the release. You are going to feel like a release. It's not something I can put into words, but it's a feeling that you're going to feel. You're going to feel released. Like it's now is the time. So you will know right now, just energetically, the world is too chaotic right now. So you're not just picking, and you're an empath too, right? So there's a release that's going to come in, and the release may be after election. Okay. So don't get tempted to move too far, too fast. Be patient with yourself. And in the meantime, kind of work out the logistics, Ryan, like where you might want to live, all right, where you definitely don't want to live, right? Because the sacrifice that's being required right now is that this move needs to be about balance and harmony, right? Right. So the sacrifice that needs to be made right now is whatever move that you're going to, it has to be about balance and harmony. All right. And there's going to be a passion that's going to be ignited. And I feel like that's where the release is going to come from. So you'll know. It's going to be a feeling of knowing. All right. So now where you feel like you can't know, you don't know, that is going to lift. Okay. So just know that that's going to lift. All right. Okay. So deep within deep, I'm gonna go next. Okay. Let me do deep within deep. Okay. I'm standing in full power, excited about the times, knowing design for my ascensions, gifts, and activation. Just want to know, are you picking up on anything that I need? Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna do the ancestor for you. I'm going to do the ancestors deep within deep. All right. Because I feel like some of this may just be ancestral messages that's coming through. Okay. Jade, you're welcome, Ryan. Jay, do you have a question? Do you have a question, Jay? If you have a question, you can go ahead and ask. Okay. All right. What is the wisdom that you have for deep calling on deep? What is the wisdom that you have deep calling on the deep? Do you have children deep calling on the deep? Do you have children? I hear a lot of laughter and I hear children. But I don't know if that's children that's already here or I don't know if that's children that you're going to have. Okay. So I don't know if it's grandbaby type energy. But there's a lot of laughter and I'm hearing children. Okay. Yep. Okay. 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 This is what I'm hearing. I'm deep within. The laughter is coming from a place of and this doesn't feel like it's physical children. The more I send this energy, it feels like you coming back to a place where you know how they say come like a child. Children just have this carefree energy where they're just able to, especially if children feel loved and secure and stable. There's just this energy of happiness. All right. So you're getting back to that place. You're getting back to what I would want to say your place of wholeness. Right now, the ancestors are saying shed the old skin. Right now, as you shed the old skin, deep, right, what you want to do is step into the high priest energy, which is set intention. You want to set an intention, okay, or you want to set intentions, okay. I hear set small goals because it's interesting. It's kind of like things are going to unfold like on a I keep hearing the word miraculous, like it, and I don't know why I just see like, yeah, it's a miracle. It's just like like it feel like fairy dust, like sprinkle of fairy dust and things are just gonna manifest. And I know that's what I'm getting. As you shed the old skin, is going to be being able to use like your fairy light power where you could just sprinkle fairy dust and things start to come into into manifestation. There are some things that you're gonna have to shed, however, some past things, some old things, okay? Especially maybe even the way that you manifest moving forward. Okay. You're also in the process of birthing something. Okay. So now we're back to the birthing again. Deep. We're back to the birthing again. Okay. And you see, this is the Mother Earth card popping up. And do you see how she's pregnant and I don't even know if you see all of that greenery going on in her head as a crown. Okay. Hey Lily Jules, how are you? So with Mother Earth, this is about being loved and feeling love and being comforted. Okay. I just feel a lot of laughter around you. You're no longer going to feel as heavy as you felt. And it's kind of like stepping into your true self, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Unleashing the power within, right? I don't know. There's a lot of laughter. This is a lot of laughter. And then y'all know how I feel about the Beyonce song, I'm Feeling Myself. When that pops up in my head, y'all know that that's the move. Okay. Self-love. Okay. Self-love. Yep. Bottom of the deck is track down your fears and your desires and face them. Okay. Okay. You got two grown young men. Okay. So two things I'm hearing. So, like I said, that youthfulness doesn't feel like children. It feels more like an energy coming from within. An energy coming from within. Grandkids been doing a lot. Been doing a lot of the grandkids. Yeah. No, you're stepping into a younger part of yourself. And as you do that, don't be surprised if people start telling you that you're age reversing too, like you're starting to look younger. Okay. This feels very light, deep. This feels very light. This feels very light. Learning how to let go is one of the things that you're going to grab a hold of in this transition of this energy within the next 5 months. Okay. Learning how to let go. That's going to be major for you. Okay. You got also grow within your current situation. This is a wise one. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Are you a Capricorn deep? Deep calling on to deep. Are you a Capricorn? Yeah, you're going through a birthing process. You're going through a birthing process, and this birthing process is not about anybody else but you. There are parts of it that you're going to enjoy. There are parts of it that you're going to have to push yourself out of the box to enjoy. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. You're Capricorn. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, there's parts of yourself that you're going to have to push yourself out of the box to enjoy. Right. Because you guys, you don't want to get stuck too much in one view or one perception of a thing, and that's why they ask you to shed this, shed the old, right? Yeah. Feel love and comforted. Do this to yourself. Feel love and feel comforted. Okay. Give that to yourself. That's yours to have. All right. um you know, I was speaking to the caps. You're gonna be fine deep within deep once you continue to tap in. And I want to say, trust yourself and don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Get all of the information before you make a sound and solid decision to move forward or to let go. Okay. All right. So who else did I miss? Jay, let me see. Jay had a question. Okay. Within the last week, I felt they need to change my major in school and wanted to know if that's the right move. And yeah, that's the right move. I don't even got to pull cards for that, but I'm pull cards just so you can know that's the right move. I don't even need to pull no cards for that, Jay, but I can tell you. And I don't know if we spoke about this behind the scenes, Jay, but you, as well as a lot of empaths, are not going to be able to do anything that is not spiritually fulfilling. Okay. So just so you know, it's still going to consist of on you being able to help people, but it's just going to be you helping people in a different way. Okay. So you need to know that, Jay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you're on the right path. Okay. And I'm happy that you actually listen to yourself. Right. So you're going to find that what you're drawn towards more is going to be more spiritual strength, which means that whatever you do has to link up with your spiritual nature or the part of you where security comes from within, but not really attached to a career per se. It has to be fulfilling outside of the regular 9 to 5 punch the time clock type energy. Okay. This has to be filling a deeper part of you. All right. Now, what you're going to find, Deep calling into this tower is overstated. What you're going to find, Jay, within this energy is this is going to call you into a place where you're going to find that you're actually helping more people in this new role. All right. I don't feel like you're going to go off of the path because I remember what you're studying. So you're going to go out off of that path, but all of the things that you've learned within that background, you will still be able to take it and apply it to where you're going. Okay. So you need to know that. All right. Now, but it's going to be spiritually connected. So although you enjoy the work that you've done in the past, or maybe even the structure of how that worked, you're going to be applying it to something more passionate that is actually going to be helping people. Okay. Now, so I want to say with this fertility card, it's kind of like you're going to be helping people heal wounds. Okay. This is a lot of green. This is a lot of green. See all this green, sacred geometrical symbol, the dot within, okay, heart chakra. Like I could go so much with, but you're gonna be helping people, okay? You're gonna help people break free, all right? And I want to say, girl, girl. I don't know, Jay. I don't know if you've been thinking about coaching or something around counseling, maybe getting some type of certification in counseling or coaching or uh, consultant. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. Around there. Okay. That is where you're going to find your niche. That is where you're going to find your passion. Boom. There you go. Uh-huh. Yep. There you go. You're on the right path. That's what you need to do. And when you do that, boom, look at this. I can't make this shit up, Jay. And these cards jumped out. So when you do that, prosperity is going to begin. So see what happens is sometimes when we're not standing in the place that we need to be standing in and that we're guided towards because we fight against that energy, we don't clear the way for the prosperity to begin. And I'm not just talking about financial prosperity, Jay. The finances is going to come in, but this is also emotional, spiritual, and mental financial growth also, okay? Prosperity also. This is balanced prosperity. This is the tree of life. If you think about the seed that I started talking about earlier in the live, right? It's now taken root and it's grown. Okay. So yeah, rejoice and celebrate. Okay. Rejoice and celebrate. All right. Spiritual strength. Okay. The career change is, yeah, you on the right path. All right. Just know that. You're welcome, my love. You're welcome. Deep calling into deep, you are welcome. Okay. The fairy said, yeah. You know what? Let me tell you, deep calling onto deep, when you need to come up with like I'm gonna give you an anchor. All right, just like sprinkle, like even if you find yourself like sprinkle, like in your own head, just like I literally feel like sprinkle, like just even that alone would change your state. I'm telling you, okay. I literally see I feel like that Beyonce sprinkle shit. I woke up like this, okay? No, not today, and that's really where I feel, and a lot of laughter. A lot of laughter. So as you are shedding this old skin, like I swear to you, deep within deep, you are going to feel it's going to be a feeling like you're going to feel lighter, okay? You're going to feel lighter, okay? It kind of feels and it even kind of feels like what that feeling that I got from Ryan, like you were literally going to feel the release lift off your shoulders. It was the same feeling with Ryan, like your body is going to not only be an example of what your spirit is feeling, you're going to feel a lift. Okay. Yeah, so Jay's on the right path, deep within deep, you're on the right path, and Ryan, you have a little bit more information. Okay, did I miss anybody? Okay, let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. My cousin and I was thinking of a place to tell me about. I've never seen. I literally heard the address and saw images of the place. And Miss T, can I tell you something? You were on it. I had a reading. I gave a reading, I want to say about a month ago. And it wasn't even anything planned. It was just a three-way conversation, but the guys came through, and the guys came through on point. Homeboy got addresses, car, only thing he probably didn't get was a license plate from the car, but he had an, zip code, states and everything. Okay. Um, so we're tapped in like that. And if you quiet yourself enough, you can allow those frequencies and those transmissions to flow in. Okay. The Akashic field and the Akashic records is available for everybody. Okay. Yes, thank you, only. So if you do not watch the daily vibrations, you may not have heard about the shadow classes that are coming back. Okay. I think this is our fourth one, either fourth or fifth shadow class. Um, I am going to be teaching that shadow class with Kim Warner. All right. So for those of you that are on your journey and you feel like you need a biblical or a more aspect of being able to intertwine your spirituality, maybe with some of the foundations that you've learned, Kim is really good at taking the Bible and astrology and linking the two. Okay. I am going to come in more, I want to say, from the aspect of metaphysically and more channel messages, okay, of what's coming through. So you guys get a really good, vast information of how you can deal with your shadow self in real time in these classes. They're about an hour each class. Okay. If you sign up for the class, but you're not able to make the actual class, you can receive the link and do playback whenever you feel like. All right. Also, coming up on August 19th is the next new moon meditation. All right. That is going to be the new moon in Leo meditation. So if you're interested, make your donation and make sure that you include your email address where you can get the private link. If you are not able to make that new moon meditation, but you would still like to have access to that link, you can also make the donation and I will send you a copy of that new moon meditation link. So that's going to be on the 19th at 6 p.m. and the shadow class for self-mastery is going to be on the 19th at 4:30 p.m. Both of them are going to be Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Also, I want to let you guys know, coming towards the end of August, beginning of September, you guys will be having an access to get the next round of trusting your intuition and communicating with the spiritual realm. If you're interested in taking that class, you can find the information for that in the description box below. Okay. Where to make your donation. The class is for 5 weeks. All right. And it is literally like $25 per class. So it's for $125 total. You can make a split donation. All right. So if you're interested in, yes, the next meditation is in 5 days. The new moon meditation is in 5 days, Miss T. All right. So if you're interested in trusting your intuition and how to communicate with the spiritual guides, that class is going to be starting at the end of this month, beginning of next month. I have to say this. If you have not taken any of my classes, that would probably be the best one for you to start with. All right. That one is more hands-on. We get up into meditation and I show you how you are communicating, not how to, but how you are communicating with your spirit and your guides daily. But you may not know that that is what you're doing. You may not be aware of the symbols and the messages that are coming in because, honey, they come in every day. Okay. So I would say if you want to make an investment in yourself, all right, which is, like I said, $25 a class, you can start off with that class. I promise you, that is not a waste of your money. And that will not be a waste of your money, your time, or your energy. Okay. And honestly speaking, you're not donating for the information or for the gift. You're really donating just for my time. Okay. That is just really, you're just paying me the $25 per class for my time. Okay. But the information and the gifts that comes through those classes are free. All right. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Yeah, Kimberly has taken a couple of my classes. So yeah, okay. If you guys does anybody else have a question? I have room for 2 more questions. If you want to ask a question, you can. Now, let me just say this. Do not ask me any questions about when you're going to get married or, when you're going to get money, please don't do that. Okay. I don't want it when you're going to get married questions. You're going to get married when you're ready. How is that? Okay. And if you need to get into details, I can do that. I can get date specific with you and energy specific, but you can schedule a love reading for that. Right. Yes. Urgent messages. Now, I don't know. Only have you, I've been having a lot of personal stuff going on behind the scenes, right? That's exactly why the ninth gate video. And let me just say, only, I kind of feel like in Jasmine, because I was kind of beating myself up because I wanted to get it out on, like when the ninth gate or ninth gate energy hit. But I had to sit in that energy for this message to come through, right? And then when that link came out yesterday, that kind of confirmed the messages that I've been hearing. And then I wanted to go in and reiterate the date, right? However, I want you to know, within this Lion's Gate or this ninth gate energy that we have popping off right now, it's all about self-confidence. It's all about self-confidence, y'all. Okay. So this new moon that's coming in at Leo, yeah, if you have been walking around shy or feeling a little bit like you need to shrink back, nah, baby, this is the time to step up and get your shine. Okay. Ocean Lover is saying, I've experienced quite a few changes in a relatively short time. Can you provide some insight into when this is into where this is taking me? Okay. All right. So let's get some of that. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. So what you got for Everett? What you got for Everett? If I'm not mistaken, I think Ocean Lover is Everett, right? Everett, you're Ocean Lover, if I'm not mistaken. I believe. And I like that. I actually like Ocean Lover. That's emotions. You are a lover, so you are being able to control your emotions. Come on, I feel like Stella starting to get in my groove. Me too, Kimberly. I kind of felt like that today. Okay, you just want an open message? Okay, all right, got it. Only. Okay. So what do you have for Everett? What do you have for Everett? What do you have for Everett? What is the messages for Everett? Okay, Everett. Oh, that's a lot of cards, Everett. Damn, gone it. Everett, that's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. We're gonna go with the message though, because they wanted that to jump out. You're not Everett? Okay, what's your name? Okay, Ocean Lover. I'm sorry. Why am I thinking you're Everett? Okay, Ocean Lover. Let me go back and shuffle these cards because I surely was calling Everett's name. So we're going to just go back to Ocean Lover. I thought Everett changed his name. He was on here the other day. Oh, Tracy. Oh, my gosh. Girl, I was way off, Tracy. Way off. Okay, what you got for Tracy? We're going to get name specific for Tracy. What you got for Tracy? All right, Tracy, I don't know if you have a car or if you don't have a car, if you're having car problems, okay, there's something about a new vehicle making its way towards you. I know that is not what you asked for, but there's something about a new vehicle. And I don't know why I'm seeing a blue. I don't know why I'm seeing blue. I don't know why I'm seeing blue, Tracy. This is a blue car. Maybe like even SUV-ish type, okay? Yeah, I'm saying that and I'm also hearing like hatchback, okay, like a blue hatchback. So like something maybe with a I don't know what hatchback means, but what I'm seeing is I think hatchback is like maybe even a truck, right? But it's along the lines of an SUV or maybe a truck with an extra cub, okay, with an extra space, okay. But I'm definitely hearing a blue SUV. So if you don't have a blue SUV, there's an SUV making its way towards you, okay? And it's blue. They want me to make sure you know it's blue, okay? And they're also saying, don't, like, okay, get out your head if you in your head about money. If you in your head about money, you need to get out your head about money, okay? Because you are a money magnet, really. The issue is you bored. The issue is you may not really know what to focus on right now or what to put your attention towards right now. Look, you got boredom and discontentment, right? And it feels like more, yeah, and I knew it, yeah. It feels like more because there was a lot of shit coming at you. You see all of this disruption right here? Like it was just like one thing after the next, one thing after the next, one thing after the next. Now you kind of got your guard up. So nothing is really coming in, but nothing is really going out either. Right? So now you're just here. Okay. Now you're just here. You know. Yeah. So the disruptions were not to The disruptions were not so much to keep you stuck, but the disruptions were so you needed to get moving. You needed that shakeup. You needed maybe to think about things from a different aspect or see things from a different aspect, right? So they were not for you to keep your hands up over your heart chakra. Remember, your heart chakra is what balances things, okay? When this is not balanced, you can become an energy puppet to your lower chakras, which is all lower vibrational things if they're not balanced, right? Or you can disconnect yourself from your higher chakras, all right? Yep. You in your head, you in your head, you're in your head. And I feel like that's because of all of this shit, right? Yep. And now you're not quite sure, okay. Now you're not really quite sure. Um, Something around love too, okay? You may be bouncing back and forth with something about love. Either someone you love or something you love, okay? Might have been affected by this disruption too, all right? It kind of even feels like you trust something. You trust in someone or you trust something and it did not turn out the way you thought it was going to turn out. Okay. So this has something to do maybe with some type of partnership and alliances that you hold or you had or that you're holding. Okay. Yeah. It's fueled by passion ignited. All right. So whatever happened, whatever happened feels like this is what's fueling the discontentment or maybe even them feeling stuck or feeling bored. Okay. Okay. You got throat chakra energy in the board. Throat chakra energy is all about clear communication. And it's not by coincidence that this is a number 5 card because the number 5 is all about change. Okay. Throat chakra, if it's not balanced, you can feel like you don't have power. You don't speak up for yourself. Okay. Yep, at the throat chakra. So it's either you speak up too much, and this may be the time that you need to not say shit and just shut down, or you are not speaking up enough. Whichever reason it is, there is a need for communication here, even if it's communication with yourself right now. Okay, so this doesn't become a blockage, but more of a boundary, right? You don't want this disturbance to become a block, but more of a boundary that you put in place to secure yourself. Okay. You want to watch your ego, however, as you're moving through this energy, because your ego is going to tell you limitation. Your ego may even tell you, because of how this person behaved, or maybe because of how you feel, it's okay for you to communicate like this, right? Like this, right? This, right? It would be a little bit more, let me put it like this. It's not what you say, but how you say it type. Energy. Okay. So know that there's something around maybe given more than is maybe somebody gives more than they take. Somebody takes more than they give type energy. Okay. This could be someone in authority. Okay. Or someone that feels that they have authority over you. So if someone is in your life where they feel like they're doing you a favor, or maybe that you are beholden to them, like either you're doing them a favor and they feel like it's your place to do so, or they're doing you a favor and they just cranking it way too hard. You may have to speak up on that. Okay. You may have to put your foot down in some areas and some things. All right. And that's really around this the disturbance is really about you taking your power back. Yep. Look at this. I can't make this shit up. Okay. You're going through transformation. Yep. You have to see. Yep. You have to learn to stop being and over giving. Okay. Yeah. You're going through transformation. Okay. Yeah. Look, heartache and loss, right? And triumph and success. And this is all throat chakra work too. So there's a lot more communication going on, even if it's with yourself. So you need to know, don't shield your heart that nothing is coming in. You may be in a place where you feel like you're disconnected or you're bored or so much shit was just coming at you that you fuck it, just shut everything down. Like fuck it, like shit. I'm not dealing with none of what. Fuck this, fuck you, fuck all this shit, and you just kind of close shop, like pull those bars down, right? But you're still in your head about shit, right? It is time for you to release because you're going through a transformation. Okay. You don't allow the blockage to become a callous heart. All right. Learn from the experiences and know that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You got triumph and you got success after emotional heartache and loss. Okay. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a lover type situation. This could be anything, right? This could be anything. You did shut it down. Yeah, you did shut it down, which was needed because sometimes we go on mental overload, ocean lovers. Sometimes we go on mental overload. All right. Bottom of the deck for you is spiritual union. All right. Yeah. Mind, body, and soul coming in together. Okay. Mind, body, and soul coming in together. All right. So, yeah, not a bad path to be. Now, you need to know that there's a difference between isolating your heart and creating healthy boundaries. Okay. And that's what you need to be aware about. Now, one of the things that's popping up here is partnerships and alliance and passion ignited. Now you have enough I want to say experiences to know red flags versus non-red flags. Okay. So that's how you're going to move forward. You're coming back into your own sense of awareness. The only thing I feel like you need to be mindful of is that you don't allow your heart to become callous because of your past experiences. Okay. It's okay for you to put healthy boundaries where you're shutting things down, but you're not shutting everything out. Okay. Because when you have this like this, can nothing come in either, ocean lover. So you can't get love, you can't get comfort, you can't get anything, right? So you need to know when to open and embrace and then close. Open, embrace, and then close. Okay. So that's your message. Okay. All right. Let's see. Chris is same as Kamoy. I feel stuck, but something inside of me tells me exactly where I need to be. Can you tell me if that's wrong? All right. Yeah, you're a lot wiser than you think, Chris. So let's just see what Chris is. Let's see. What do you have for Chris? What do you have for Chris? What is the message for Chris? What is the message for Chris? What is the message for Chris? Okay, Chris, we got some jumping cards here. All right. So Chris, with you, and I can't stop saying this to you. Thank you, only. I appreciate you. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, I got something. Okay, so only, I'm gonna do Chris. I'm gonna do Chris only, and then I'm gonna do you. So just so you know, Chris, you got Triumph popping up, right? Which is like the black card represents pure. This is like the ethers, Akashic field, right? Pure source energy. The void, all right, and then you got balance, and then you got third eye, right? So this message is pretty simple, Chris. Your triumph and your success is going to be based upon you being able to balance your third chakra. Okay. Oh, okay. There's someone else. I think Lily Jules had a question. Okay, Lily Jules, didn't I tell you that I'm not taking questions like that? And the reason why I'm not taking questions like that, Lily Jules, is because if you already on that vibration of am I going to lose my job, then what you think, Lily Jules, has the opportunity to manifest. Okay. So even if I told you, no, you're not going to lose your job, but you still feel like that's what's happening, at work and stuff, you can pull that stuff into you. All right. So I don't know if you want to rephrase your question, because the question already implies that you feel like that's going to happen. And now if I tap into that type of vibration for you and I put that out into the ethers, I don't know if that's what you want, right? I don't know if that's what you want, Lily Jules. So think about it, and you can circle back with a second question. I mean, I can't get into it, but then do you want to be sitting up in your head thinking about whether or not you're going to lose your job? Because it seems like you're already in your head about that, Lily. Okay. All right, Chris, balance your third eye chakra. All right. Triumph and success is yours, but it's contingent in how you see things, how you perceive things. Okay. You need to stop doubting yourself. You doubt yourself more than you need to. All right. So, do you trust yourself? That's the question right now. Okay. And are you wanting to allow spirit to continuously reveal itself to you? Okay. So Chris, if you don't understand that, you got to get quiet. Okay, because I feel like that message, right? So third eye chakra is all about perception, how you see things, right? So it's kind of like, if you see, let me show you the sign. This is perfect, Chris. If you see what my sign says, right? Right. It says, if you think you're beaten, you are. Right. If you think you dare not, you don't. Success begins with your own will. Okay. It's all in your state of mind. Life battles are not always won by those who are stronger or faster. Okay. Sooner or later, the person who wins is the person who thinks they can. That's your message, Chris. I'm going to read that again because this is what this card is saying. Okay. Success is yours to have, right? You need to bring yourself into balance with your third eye, your perception, how you see things. All right. So get on YouTube, look up third eye information and get all of the information you can on the third eye and what you need to do to work on your third eye. Right. So how you see a thing or how you perceive a thing is going to be important, Chris. Okay. I'm working on that. Trust exactly. So now this is the key, Chris. Okay. Thinking positive is the key. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. Okay. Success begins with your own will. Okay. It is your state of mind. Life's battles are not always won by those who are stronger and faster. Sooner or later, the person who wins is the person who thinks they can. Okay. Yep. Yep, you're right. Only that's beneficial. So it's kind of like, can nobody, you think about it, right? The more you practice driving, the better comfortable you get at it. So you're gonna have to, this is a practice thing, okay? This is something you got to do for you to gain strength in this, Chris. Okay, so the more you do it, and baby step it if you need to, right? But this is a confidence thing. This is a confidence thing, okay? Now, Lily Jules, Lily Jules, I'm not gonna answer that question because I know we've been working on correcting the vibrational words because you are part of the community, right, Lily Jules? So that is a fear-based question, right? And I kind of feel the fact that you asked that question in that way lets me know that you are so basically, whether I believe I can or I can't, I'm right. Exactly. Exactly, Chris. Exactly. Exactly. It's all you. So, Lily, I'm going to ask for a message for you, Lily, but I'm not going to tell you if you're going to lose your job because that's your decision. Okay, Lily? That is you will, and you pull that to you. All right, what is Lily's message? Give me the message for Lily Jules. What is the message for Lily Jules? What is the message for Lily Jules? What is the message for Lily Jules? Jumping card. We got sacrifice popping up. What else you got for Lily Jules? What else you got for Lily Jules? Crown chakra. That does not surprise me. Okay. Deception and envy. Okay. And authority. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Chris. Okay. So Lily Jules, this is your message. This is your advice. All right. When this sacrifice card pops up, this is either that you've made too much sacrifice or that you need to make a sacrifice because it's paired with this crown chakra energy. Well, this is telling me that you're going to have to sacrifice negative thinking so you can tap into your crown chakra information, which is direct information coming in from source. So your words have vibration and your words create your reality. Okay. So you're going to have to sacrifice the outer world and tap into the spiritual world, tap into your perception. Okay. There is deceit and there's envy, but the deceit and the envy comes from you not taking off your mask. And that really comes from you not trusting yourself and trusting that you're protected and carried by this universe. So it's kind of like you're deceiving yourself. Okay. Now, taking authority over your mental capacity as well as your throat chakra is going to be key, which means that you're going to have to speak those things that are not as if they are, Lily Jules, right? And as you begin to do that and take authority for that, you're going to find yourself stepping back into your power, okay? You're going to find yourself stepping back into your power. So the illusion that you're going through and the envy and the deceit that you're going through is coming from within your mental mind, right? So the deception is, am I going to lose my job? Let me just tell you something. Anything that you have am I or I am in a sentence, because they're kind of interchangeable, right? You're setting things into motion to manifest, okay? So the phrase should be, or the affirmation should be, is I am not going to lose my job. Or if you do want a new job, I am so grateful for my new job, right? I'm so grateful that this new job came into manifestation before I transitioned from the old job, okay? So those are the more along the vibrations that you want to put out. Now, I keep saying to you guys that the English language is one of the most dumbed down vibrations that there is, right? But the way for you to start to self-correct that is understanding the power of your words and what you speak into the atmosphere. And the way to do so is by taking authority once again, so you can get your power back, Lily Jewel. Okay? That's your message, right? That's your message. I will not send you into a mind loop of a mind loop spin about your job, Lily Jules. We're not gonna do that on here today. We are not gonna do that on here today. Okay. Did I miss anybody? Okay. Let me see, because I thought we only had posted a question. I don't have a specific question. Oh, okay. So let me just do, okay. What messages do you have for only? I'm gonna do ancestors for you. Okay. Yeah, they're saying do ancestors. So we're gonna do ancestors. We're gonna do the ancestors for only. And then I am going to be jumping off at 4:30 so I can feed my kids some dinner. Okay. Lily said, let me re-ask that. Lily, I just gave you a whole reading, Lily. They just gave you a message. Okay. What messages do you have for only? What messages do you have for only? What messages do you have for only? All right. The eagle. See from a higher perspective. All right. And if I can be really honest with you, I gotta say that feel like a gift. That feel like another level of your gifting. Okay. That seems to me like another level into a different realm of understanding and gifting. All right. Ooh. Ow. Okay. Ooh. You got the warrior card popping out. Be strong and be fearless. And can I tell you, I kind of feel like that's the energy we're stepping into, or that's the energy that we're in right now. But I feel like this energy paired with this is more this is more along the lines of your spiritual gift. This does not feel like external physical world, right? This feels like more spiritual, like embracing the new level it's kind of like what's the word? Like when you get access, right? Enjoy the new level of access to your gift that you have. All right. Because you haven't had access to this portion of yourself in a really long time. So you need to embrace it and you need to enjoy it and understand that this right here, you're going to have to be fearless and strong with this right here, girl. Okay. Okay. This is the type of gifting where you don't know how you got it. You may not even be sure how it works altogether. All that you know is that you got it. All right. And it's nothing to be fearful about, but you just need to gain the confidence and the strength so you can learn how to yield it. Okay. Right. So even looking at this particular, spear here, right? Even looking at this particular spear here, there's so much symbology here on this spear. And I don't even want to say, there is something with your chanting and your prayer and you dancing around. And I don't know if that's something that you do on a regular basis where you chant and dance around to music. Okay, whatever that is or whatever you do there, that's powerful. Okay. And just so you know, you be moving and summons in, and there's a lot of shit that you be doing in this realm when you get into that state. So moving forward, when you get into that state, you may want to go with more intention. Okay. You may want to go in with more intention of what you want to receive. Okay. You may want to go in with a specific channel, okay, of information that you're open to receive when you go into that chanting and dance mode. Okay. Now you also have the Lord energy popping out here with the shapeshifter. I love the fucking shapeshifter energy. I'm telling you right now. Okay. I love the shapeshifter energy. Okay. The Lord card is all about taking charge with authority. I can't say this no more. There you go. This is like standing in your strength. I can't say this no more. All right. And then the shapeshifter energy, I feel is like you being able to bounce in and out of the spiritual world with these new giftings. Okay. So this is all about transformation and the unveiling of your gifts. I just fucking said that shit. Like I love when they come in and they back this shit up because I cannot make this up. Okay. I can't make this up. All right. I dance often, and I was told months ago that things happen when I dance. I will do it. Yep, do it with more intention and chanting. Yep, okay. Do it with more intention. So you're definitely stepping into new gifts, and this is not something for you to question. This is more for you to embrace and like get excited about it. You know, it's kind of like, you know, when you buy a new gadget and you get a new phone, you're trying to see exactly where all of the you're trying to see exactly where everything is going to go down and how it's all going to unfold, and then you know what all the capabilities that it has. It's the same thing with this gifting, all right? Because you just got access to another level. It's yeah, it's kind of like I see with the swipe pass, like you know how some people go into certain things and they don't have access to certain rooms, but you got that swipe pass. So yeah, embrace it, have fun with it, explore it. Okay. And I am excited to hear about all of the revelations that's going to come forth. So really, okay. Yes, please. You're gonna have to share, girl. Yes. Okay. So this is just confirmation for you. This is just strictly confirmation for you. Okay. All right. Lily Jules, my love. Trust yourself, Lily. You are creating your atmosphere. Okay. That is the message for Lily Jules. I don't think I have anybody else. I don't think I missed anybody else. All right. So I'll be back here again next Friday for Paid Forward Fridays. If you were on Patreon, I have a lot of new content that was just uploaded today on Patreon. If you're in the 13-week class, we will be meeting tomorrow. The next new moon meditation is going to be on August 19th. The next class with Kim Warner on the shadow is going to be on the 19th also. You're welcome, only. Okay. Outside of that, you guys can find my information in the description box below on how you can schedule a new reading. I didn't see Tara on here today, but Tara, if you're on here, I sent you an email. Okay. All right, my lovelies. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm gonna see you guys in the daily vibration tomorrow, and then in the next Paid Forward Fridays next Friday. Okay. Patreon members, you guys have a lot of new content coming up next week also. I think I dropped 3 new videos today, so you can go on and check those out. Okay. If you have not checked out your monthlies yet, you can do so because they're online. All right. Bye, my lovelies. I'm gonna see you guys in the next live. Bye, everybody.